I think it's time a fellow like me went back to unranked, man. I'm done feeding the ranklers. I'm going to unranked, where I can be king of the trash heap. I'm not getting hit by any day 8 1000 damage, 1000 burn in one hit builds anymore. Hopefully, I want to be the danger. Now, how about let's start with a good enchanted item this time. Okay, Obsidian Ambergris literally just seems fun. Let's give this a try. Plus, it looks horrible, which I think is awesome. And then, I mean, if I could get a cloak early, I was convinced, man. We still like this, I think, and this. To be honest, HP does matter, but we can roll. No cloak. They made the cloak like it doesn't appear anymore. You didn't hear it from me. I think we're perfectly content with where we stand right now. And then it would be nice if Bananable gave us like a med kit. You do damage equal to the heal. So 5 extra damage is something, man. It's not nothing. We're gonna not lose, right? Yeah, we can't lose. We also can't kill you, but we can't lose. Maybe on a long enough time scale, we actually could kill you, now that I think about it. Because you're losing HP, just like very, 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 very slowly. I can't stress the varies enough. I honestly, overheal haste might actually be swag too. But the med kit is the crown jewel here. It's like a sharpening stone and a med kit wrapped up in one. That's still pretty good. Most important thing though, aquatic items now. You're aquatic and actually not bad. I've lost my mouse. My mouse pointer no longer exists. There it is. Should buy it while it's here. Don't need to sell it right away. 14 damage and 4 heal is really bad. So, like, that's not going to win us the game by itself. How about a neutral item? It doesn't exist. Silver tier loot. Medkit, medikit. 2 regen. We're not going to be killing anybody on day 1. But give it some time, man. Give it some time. Luke Jaywalker, kind of a goated name. And as the Ambergris levels too, I think it could become very, very... very devastating. These your items 5 seconds. The thing is, their burn is kind of scary, but they're gonna run out of ammo. They're stack and burn, but they've run out of ammo. I think we could win this, man. Don't get me wrong, it's gonna be pretty slow to get there, and we're gonna face some heat on the way down. But we got shield, we got burn, we got even the 2 regen is going to be like way more important than I ever would have imagined it could be. I kind of can't believe we're going to win day 1 here. And it was close, don't get me wrong. It took a supremely trash dually board to lose to this, but it's bullish to win early because I think long term this Obsidian Ambergris can be a bit of a handful. Aquatic, shut up.
New stuff to show you.
You're very expensive. You're all very expensive, actually. I'm just gonna buy a cove. It enables us to do more later. There's nothing else I can really even afford. It'd be nice to get the beach ball, don't get me wrong, but we gotta think things through, man. Sure.
I spent half my life mastering that technique.
I'd like an abandoned chest, please, with maybe a... At this point, I can't believe I'm saying this, but maybe a medium item in it. Silver... What is this guy called? Double barrel? Silver double barrel? Not too bad. I feel like it stings, but I don't think I can beat Covetous Thief, man. The flip side... is that I probably could if I ran a harpoon and the harpoon broke the dagger, but I don't feel like I'm that type of fella. I feel like that's too risky for a guy like me. So I'm pretty much like committed to the idea that this Ambergris is going to be the way forward for us. But I'm also very open to the idea that at least for now, we may need to compromise and run something else until it starts to pop off or until our income kind of like meets it in the middle. Because right now it's not doing a whole heck of a lot. Very good. Very, very good. So what I'm trying to say, I guess, is that getting like a powder horn would kind of hit the spot today. That was a bit of a... It was highly perspective, but... A sharpening stone is pretty good, but... I think I gotta... Well, I don't know, man. I think I gotta take the sharpening stone. It buffs our econ, it buffs the cove. We'll probably eat dirt today again. Maybe it's Cove Ambergris. That would be like a serious way back type run, but... Yeah, leftmost haste adjacent items 1 side. I'm just trying to think if you might be better off, but your shield is like so low. Okay. We're due to lose. And we're not just due to lose, we're due to kind of get blown out. Let's see what you got. Obsidian Seaweed. That's like a better version of the Ambergris, not to insult myself. And then you got other items that like do stuff too. That's rough. That's rough. But also we knew it was coming. We knew it was coming. Obsidian Seaweed is a better version of the Ambergris for sure. Please tell me though we get to upgrade the Ambergris tomorrow. Because like right now, I mean... 3 damage a second and like less than 1 heal per second is it's pretty bad. It's got a long way to go to reach some level of like adequacy. But I'm putting my trust in it, man. Didn't we win with Obsidian Seaweed like on our first enchanted item run? That sounds right to me. Upgrade it. No, we're not ready yet. We're not equipped for that yet. Bronze tier item. Aquatic, please. Okay, let me see. We got to sell, sell, sell. You get placed on the board. Non-weapon items is the type of stuff that we're kind of looking for. That's huge, to be honest with you. Now, when you buy another aquatic, this gains 2 value. I should be buying and selling for Cove. You're an aquatic, just so you know. I don't know if you knew that about yourself. You're an aquatic. I'm just wondering if I should maybe consider having you on the board, as sad as it is. But I think we'd be better off with like dock lines and then... You're not selling rocket boots. That's just not going to happen. We can pull you out here for a second to put dock lines in. We really, really got a long way to go here. I don't think we could take on the Rogue Scrapper because we have no scaling. I don't really know what I'm looking for. You ever feel like you backed the wrong horse? I feel like we got some problems coming our way. We have like okay shielding, and that's about it. Like I don't think we really have anything else going for us. We have no means to kill an enemy, which means we lose badly to damage over time in particular. Because damage over time is like a very common setup in the current patch. You can have like 300 poison on your head 2 seconds in. And our shield is like not even close to good enough to compensate for that. All I can do is believe that it'll get there in time, man. Not an item I really want to run for too long, if I can avoid it. We really got 2 gold? What am I going to do with 2 gold, man? I can sell you, go to 6 gold, go to the small item store.
Size dilutes the brain. Mine.
None aquatics, kind of ticking me off. But you know what? No matter what,
For your size.
it buffs the cove, and then we can always sell the cove if we see something worth going in for, and we do. Because seaweed and piranha are both going to be huge. To the point that I think rocket boots gets replaced by like water wheel at some point. Now we got something. I wouldn't start, you know, planning the parade just yet, but
Sometimes I sell.
I mean, you're aquatic. You're aquatic. At some point, you could just hold every aquatic item and then decide what you want to run, I guess. Beach ball seems like super important. What's not important? You. I need 2 more. You. Now here's where things get tricky. I'm gonna sell the shovel. I know it seems bad because it's econ, but like, we need to be able to then sell the boots into the beach ball. And then you gotta be thinking, maybe you even want to catfish out here. I can at least save it until we get, I guess I should have bought a jellyfish there for the buff, but save it until our board expands a little bit. Okay, so there's something, man. There's something here. I still think it's a whole lot of work to be like worse than weapon spam. This is something we've seen a lot of lately. But we actually, they have limited ammo, no scaling, and we have scaling heal. So we actually, I think we survived this, man. I know it looks kind of, temporarily at least, it looked kind of psychotic, but I almost feel like we hold on. It's a little more juice. Oh, we were this close. That one stung. I really, because we had you beat on, we had the calculus beat. It was just a question of where they drew the line. That's okay, life goes on, man. It's a gimme. You upgrade the seaweed. You level up. You upgrade a bronze item. We literally just did that. Okay, we are going to upgrade the seashell, though. It's a lot of work for like a meager benefit, but you come out here. Sells medium items. I think we want to fish for a shield item and hope it's just one of the aquatic ones, so we get a duplicate. I was going to say a buff or like an upgrade, but a duplicate's okay. Let's not get too big for our britches. We're still... I cannot speak or I'll be in trouble. How do you lose connection fighting against the AI? Obviously, I'm not in the ecosystem, but that's... I mean, I get that we are always connected to the server. Okay, well, whatever, we won, so I'm not going to cry about it. I knew we had him. We had him dead to rights, man. We need it needs to be aquatics. Ideally also,
but I'm glad you bought this.
Of course. The faster we could get Ambergris leveled up, man, it would getting it to diamond would really help. Yeti crab has to be aquatic. Hey, can I tell you something that you probably figured out a while ago? I can't afford that. I actually, looking at the damage and the healing that this does, I have to acknowledge that I actually don't think that it's going to get us there. Its scaling is far too slow to be a build around right now. It's possible it could make it on the squad. But I don't, as a build around, it seems kind of crazy. You're doing a lot of damage. That's really nasty. There is a world where we make it through this, just through dock lines slowing enough, the poison coming through. I mean, it's just a matter of whether we're going to get there in time. It's looking horrendously bad. I don't think we're going to get there in time. Dude, this is yet another one where it's like, if we just happen to... By the way, you've received 0 haste, buddy. Get a life. If the fight went on forever, we would actually win. But it didn't go on forever. I'm not saying it should go on forever. It would be a very boring game. But we scale more persistently than the average Vanessa build. And we survive their onslaught, but the sandstorm equalizes it, unfortunately. There can be aquatic weapons, man. Why am I still fixated on this, like, aquatic idea? I don't know. I don't have a good answer for you. What we're really looking for is, sorry, man. So it's not going to be that. What we're looking for is a boulder to bail us out of the situation we're in. These are obviously horrendous items for us. When you haste, your items gain crit chance. You know what, buddy?
There are a lot of steps in this staircase.
Sure.
But it's beautiful up there.
Is it time to... we have to... You sell for a lot, I'll admit. We have to break you. You're never going to get there, man. When you use an adjacent item, deal 10 damage equal to 10 times this item's burn. It's interesting. It's interesting. I'm going to level with you. We don't have any weapons, so there's no way we beat the Infernal. Even though I really want the burn. Because it's possible with enough aquatics, enough haste, we could get this going off and bop, 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 bop. All of a sudden we got you in a rough spot. But this will actually just be a very interesting run to see if we could somehow get ourselves out of the hole. Like, it's all is not lost. It's much better to lose early from like a run design standpoint than to lose late. Because like we've lost 3 rounds and we're still at 11 prestige. We could still lose the next 2 and just be on lethal. Whereas like in the late game you lose 1 and you're like, I'm on lethal already? How did that happen? Now the big thing is if we can get some cinders on this or burn skills, like it would really tie the run together, man. It would really tie the run together if we could fight a burn enemy. That's the same fella. Sorry, the leveling up would be good. By the way, I know we're gonna rock this guy. I'm under no delusion that we're gonna make this work, like, against a human being. I don't even know what we would upgrade next. I almost feel like it's Beach Ball. I guess we're getting a higher crit chance. You can't even crit. That's devastating as our only thing that does damage at all. Well, that's not true. The catfish is sitting right there. The catfish is actually doing like way more damage than anything else, I think. You know what really hit the spot is like 8 pearls. Now, Shiny Fang is mighty interesting, man. Shiny Fang is mighty interesting.
No sale.
It's very nice.
Delivery's free.
Is that shiny? We could also just, if we're being honest, we don't really need you anymore. We could put you out here, but it is going to slow the whole works down. But there's got to be something I can do with you, man. Got to be something I could do with a Shiny Fang. Obviously, you could transform it, keep the shiny. When you freeze adjacent poison items, gain 2 poison. I think the shiny goes away for... Actually, I think you're useless. I think the shiny stays. You're gonna do something eventually, maybe. A iced tea NL? A cold, refreshing beverage in the desert heat of no winds? So you're saying... Oh, no, you're not saying there's a chance, because I see a power drill and a lot of burn items and an icy GPU, but... Just hold for a second. Oh, it's not lost yet. Just hold. Slow some stuff. Freeze some stuff. You buff the catfish. The catfish, it receives the buffs. Your shield is still holding. The poison's doing its work. It's not fast. It's not fast, but it's doing something. It's funny how, because like we're both doing really badly, it seems like we're both doing really well. You know what I mean by that? I know it sounds a little insane what I just said, but basically like both of our runs are so trash that you could trick yourself watching this into thinking like, wow, these two guys are really... They're really good. They're really evenly matched. That's not the case. We're both in a lot of trouble. I do feel, for sure, like a water wheel would fit the run. How is it possible, man? What about pivoting the run to a lighthouse type run? We're going to slow 3 times every 5 seconds, charging the lighthouse prodigiously. You could cut and cut and cut, although I appreciate what is done, don't get me wrong. Sell, no, not you. We can't sell an enchanted item. We can sell you, though. Run you. I mean, you have to admit, I'm trying everything in my power to get this to go, man. I don't think it's going to be weapons. Maybe it could be your seaweed starting a little higher up. I feel like you got to give it a shot. And then transform the shiny, and who knows, man? Who knows what could be coming your way? Doesn't seem to be like the damage explosion that I was really like hoping for. I'm not gonna say promised, but I feel like their regen is mogging us right now. I feel mogged. We're doing damage like very, very, very slowly. We're being poisoned slowly, which is like less good for sure. But like, then we bring it back with the crit, and then you just gotta hold on for like 4 seconds. Not the most encouraging fight for sure. You're done, bud. That being said, how about we run it back, man? Dire Mosquito? I mean, we're XP farming. You have a slow? You have a slow? Amber is the color of your energy when you use an adjacent neural, my eyes, neuron activation. Neural toxin plus shiny fang. And then all of a sudden we got lots of slows, lighthouse is popping faster. Technically, it says use a weapon. I don't know if the incendiary rounds count as using, but this is a very uninspiring pace of damage to be outputting here. We are tough to kill. We're tougher to kill than the average run. Please, for the love of God, I'm begging you. I mean, when you slow, deal 8 damage, but like, we need... we need a lot more than that, man. We need a lot more than that. I know it feels like a dead end. It may be a dead end, but I feel like I gotta give it a try.
Everyone here is huge. It's terrifying.
You're ticking me off, man.
Midsworth says I'm bad at this, but I just want the huge things.
I can't believe it, but we're running this again. The reason we're running it is just because like the lighthouse is not fully cooked yet, man. You can't flip the omelet before the first layer is set, right? Like it's a guaranteed loss. This is probably a loss, but we gotta at least try. This has given us a modicum of success in the past. They're impossible to kill, and we're possible to kill, which really makes me think that they probably got the edge in this situation. for obvious reasons. Yeah, well, if I'm being honest with you, I think having 7 poison damage on them was probably never going to finish the job. So much for going to unranked, man. The reprieve of unranked. Like, I'm getting toasted on this one. It's disastrous. Probably making some terrible decisions. I give you that. I don't really think we want this, but let me see what you got. We got freeze, burn, poison, slow. You would give us more slow. You know what, man? I mean, because now we got a slow build and we got a water wheel build, and I don't know which one we're supposed to be using. It really feels like you can't be relying on bronze catfish to finish the job, man, but I don't know, because the crazy thing to me right now is that seems like exactly what we should be relying on. Like, it seems to me like, just give me a freaking second here. We don't care for you. And we need 2 more gold. I almost sold seaweed. That would have been devastating. We don't care for you too much. We can build slows out of better items. Then you would put a water wheel in here between these two. At that point, you could... well, you need catfish out there for sure. You need seaweed out there for sure. We might as well have... well, no, what if you were to cut beach ball and then run dock lines? And then a random... using adjacent and burn 1. That's pretty garbage. Probably just run a Yeti crab just to have it out there. And it's basically just get everything going quickly. Feed the haste through the catfish and pray. The prayer is involved here, I'm sorry to say. Shiny blowgun. There has to be something to that, man. If I could just feed you some damage, somehow, some way. But right now, it's all about just seeing the catfish poison number go as high as possible and not being killed before then. Can I say something insulting to myself? This would be an insanely good day 3 build. This would be the kind of day 3 build you go up against and go, what? How'd they get all this by day 3? For day 7, I'm a little skeptical. Also, the catfish is not doing... he's not carrying quite as much as I thought he would. I kind of thought that he would be like the stud. I thought he'd be the greatest fish you've ever seen in your entire life. He's doing his part. And we've made it work.
Okay.
But I feel like it's not that good. If we could get like weapon scaling instead, that might be better. That's obviously not related.
This is how you win the war.
Okay, gold tier skills, man. How about when you haste, gain some damage or something? When one of your weapons gains haste, if it already has haste, it gains damage. Okay, listen. My new game plan is shiny blowgun with the Yeti crab, hoping that you are able to scale your damage by just receiving enough haste. As your damage scales. Catfish is like, what the heck? I've been bronze forever? This dude shows up for 2 seconds and you're already glazing him with the catalyst? Or with toxins, whatever it's called. It's always catalyst with this guy. Oh my god, when you crit haste something, this could be huge, man, because we need you to receive as much haste as possible. That's nice, but we need you to be, like, basically we need you to be perma-hasted, because we need you to get haste, and then also get it again to scale your damage. Otherwise, you're not getting enough. So we need, basically we need more aquatics to go off faster. Sadly might mean that, we have to dump the dock lines and run faster aquatics. But you're not even slow, but the thing is, more charged aquatics would really pop this off. So that was still really bad. But Cosmic Wind could help us bridge the gap and get more scaling on the blowgun. Or you could get, like, the shiny amulet or whatever it is. Well, we're kind of hard stuck right now. So this is prayer ball. I think this, you're gonna get an enchantment, which is nice, but otherwise we're in a lot of trouble. Shiny blowgun is something that, like, I don't want to squander, man. And restorative jellyfish. The Landron's gonna cause me some problems, I think. They are kind of like a slow-moving run, though, which gives us time to scale our seaweed, I think. I know they got a life preserver in there. They're stacking up some poison as well. I can't believe it. Like, the unsung hero of the run right now, bizarrely, is actually the Yeti crab, man. He's scaling the damage on the deadly blowgun. I hope to not need your services forever, my friend, but I appreciate everything that you've done for me up to this point. I'm kind of stunned that we got a win there, and we're on the cusp of reclaiming some respectability. Let's see, man. And who knows? Enchanted Water Wheel could really hit the spot. Okay, 18 gold. Not exactly a ton of money to work with, but if we're being realistic, you're definitely gone. You're begging to be transformed, man. This one's easy. You need the 25 damage. That's the scaling we've been asking for. I mean, I'm not excited about any of this, really, to be honest with you. About a small weapon for free. Piranha's not going to make these go off any faster, so you're done. Silver tier aquatic, silver tier loot. I think it's still got to be loot for the blowgun, hopefully. And now it has to be lower cooldown on water wheel to also get the haste going faster. A lot faster, hopefully. But I do feel like we actually are not as rinsed as I thought. It's certainly not like automatic that we're gonna pull this one out of the doldrums. We could easily get hard stuck at 3. But there's a certain degree of optimism that hasn't existed for like 15 minutes right now. It's already longer than yesterday's video, so there is that. And dude, first time you freeze, burn, slow, poison, haste, charge an item 2 seconds. That can get our engine off the ground a little bit faster. We got many of those. You don't have to worry about all that, though. You don't have to worry about all that. You're not getting that. Pump the brakes, young pup. Pump the brakes. You know what? I'm an idiot. We should have been having more haste out here the whole time to possibly pump it up. No slow is gonna stink, but and then a medium. I would look. And that's 1 extra haste, man. That means the world to me. I don't want a shark ray though. We're pumping it all into this. I'm just not a lockbox type fella, to be honest with you. Aerodrome, aquatic items. I have to look. You got me for a second. You got me. I'm rolling it. That's huge. That's another 1 second cooldown reduction. Now it's gonna happen slow, and then it's gonna happen all at once, unless we go up against someone who's like in incredible shape here. But because we lowered the cooldowns, we've added more haste. All I want to see is the blowgun scaling like crazy, because it gains 10, right? It gains 10, which is technically 20 because of the shiny, which is also 20 poison. This is what it's all about, man. More. It didn't get it yet. It didn't get it yet, but it's close. It got some! I saw it get some! Dry land is not a myth. I've seen it. More. It got more. Now, if we could just get the engine pumping a little bit faster. This is very bullish, man.
I can see you're going places.
I can see your mana!
Chasing you.
Now, it took a minute to get there. I would love to get Yeti Crab out of here for something that goes faster, because that, in and of itself, would make everything else go faster and get more haste and scale faster, etc., etc. I mean, I think, to be honest with you, I'd have to be a fool not to give you 10 damage.
Let's take the tyrant's whole kingdom.
I don't feel like... I'm not comfortable enchanting an item with shield effects. Even to double the shield of you, I'm not, I mean, seaweed, sure.
Greetings.
I feel like I'm more the type of fella that is gonna see what's going on with the water wheel here. That's heinous. It's horrible. It's god-awful. I regret my decision-making process there. But I'm also on cloud 9 because I feel like the run has some legs that it didn't previously have. Now, Revenant, you got poison skills and I think you're beatable. I was thinking the lifesteal, but I think we gotta try. We gotta try. What's your poison skill? When you poison, gain crit chance. Soul ring, poison equal to your regen. I mean, that's not gonna happen. Shadowcloak. Shadowcloak could fit. I'm almost scared of what it could do for us. Because it means I would have to rework my board a little bit, but... And as always, like the Bazaar heuristic applies here, man. I feel like my sound card is about to break, which to me means that our Bazaar run is popping. You can definitely go. It's really tempting. Oh, sorry, I got no space for that. You're done, bud. You're transformable, but probably not going to happen. I think you're done, but you served us well. You tried to serve us well, at least. So I think the new build is that. But this could be really not good. But I think you're going to receive a lot more haste. Do I need to lower your cooldown or your... I think I got to lower your cooldown. Now that you're on the Shadowcloak engine. We're going to get, like, less haste overall. But more of it will be applied where we want it to be applied, I think. It's a little late / extremely late for inexorable. Your weapons have 8 damage for each weapon. I mean, it's not nothing when you consider that there's poison applied there. I think we have a chance, man. I mean, it's Seaweed is also the other unsung hero. Multicast 5 on the 157 flagship, a little nasty for sure. That's that's a problem. But honestly, you know what else is a problem, man? Is having, 377 poison on your forehead, like right at the start of the fight. Having 766 poison on your forehead. Having 1,500 poison on your forehead right at the start of the fight. That could be a problem too, fella. That could be a problem too. I'm realizing if we can get your cooldown under 6 seconds, won't we give you haste 2 times for every time that you attack? Which seems kind of nutty. Haste the weapon 5 seconds. That's a dream, man. That kickstarts everything faster. I find it hard to believe we're actually going to be transforming you, to be honest. If anything, I think we want you to become a crow's nest. You're not relevant anymore. I've lost my mind. But I'm going for it. What the heck is that? What is that? Restorative cannonade. No, but it's still... I'm telling you, I know it seems insane. We didn't need... Oh, it's a weapon. That's unfortunate. But we didn't need water wheel. We didn't need it. We may have needed water wheel. No, we didn't need it. Because you're getting perma-hasted already. You've already made it past that point. We need seaweed. Okay, I'm realizing now the error of my ways. As we unwind this, we'll no longer have seaweed. But that won't matter if we... I'm getting through the forest and we're going to find the trees, okay? Because we need just some way to stay alive.
We barely got our flags up.
I wasn't hoping to get gold cutlass. Let's just call it like we see it on that one. What are we going to do about this? It's an interesting situation. Poise from any hero? I don't know, man. Maybe there's something to be said about it. Probably not. I don't really feel like you're important to the crew here. You're begging for another transformation. You're not a property. That's crazy to me. I don't know, man. Maybe it is gumball season. Kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy what we've done to our run here. I mean that with negativity, by the way. The thing is, once we took water wheel out, like, it all falls apart, but not necessarily all at once. Do you know what I mean? Why are you doing 35 damage, man? 38 damage? Because you do damage equal to that. Right. Okay. Because, like, we no longer really need a beach ball out here. We no longer... If we don't have a beach ball, we don't really need seaweed and we don't really need pearl. Like, aquatics are kind of all or nothing. But I think they can be nothing if we could just find a way to stay alive Radiant Cutlass that does that much damage that's a kick in the teeth. That's a sincere problem. That's okay. We'll go to lethal. I'm trying to think of what enchantment we even want, man. Like, we're gonna put it on the cloak. That's for sure. We're cooked with water wheel on that one too, just to be clear. I hate to go to How Bazaar for a restorative enchantment. I don't expect it to really move the needle too much. Shadowcloak restorative. Heal 30? Nah, it's gonna be random, I'm afraid.
And time is my paint.
And she doesn't use paint, people. Wait, I got her twisted. She does use paint. She's one of the ones that uses paint. 3 burn, also pretty bad. Probably worse than healing for 30, to be honest. But this is what it's all about, man, because you're going to transform again. I mean, restorative submarine. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think we put the haste on it, I'll tell you that much. That's more what I'm talking about. It's extra crit chance. Double damage bonus. Actually, that's amazing too. I have a hard time thinking we could beat you, but I think we could beat Boss Harrow. And even just getting the 20 damage would be kind of sick. The double damage bonus out of the cloak is actually really, really good. At least submarine is another aquatic. Which means that it's going to charge up seaweed. Predominantly, I'm concerned with charging the seaweed. What else you got out here, man? I don't even know what we'd be looking for. It's probably not going to be bayonet.
Now this is how you win a war.
You know what, brother?
Now
It's got to be you.
will inspire
Silver
you.
seaweed, you're in a good spot. Don't worry about that. You sell non-weapon items? What a twisted run, man. What a twisted freaking web we weave. Or whatever. It's none of y'all, that's for sure. We got one more shop. I don't like my board, man! Come on. Work with me. Work with me. I like my board. I like my board. You're not relevant anymore. You got no space? Oh, right. That's a good point. You're not relevant anymore. You're not relevant anymore. Which means you can fit.
Where's Midsworth? Oh, did he see me close a deal?
Crazy plays, man.
I'll show those stumps back home. I'm gonna be a business tree.
And then burn the boats.
Don't you have anything snarl?
Now this will probably be a loss, but if it's a win, it's one of the greatest pivots of all time. To go all in at the scariest moment of your entire life, to go all in and sell the items that have got you to that point. Everyone called me a madman. I don't like seeing this big shiny fang. Oh, wait, we got quite a lot of poison coming out there. It's not enough. Slow him down! It's not enough, but it was like a second away from being enough. Oh. Okay, well, you know what? Some redemption at the very least for now. I'm gonna go shave. It's bothering me, man. Get this hair off my face. If you enjoyed the episode, thank you for that, and I'll see you next time. Later!